Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about what Borderlands did wrong. Now, we know Borderlands 3 is out there, we don't know exactly when it's coming out, but we don't want it suffering from the exact same mistakes that Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel have suffered from. Don't get me wrong, Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel were great games, but they all seem to have suffered from the exact same mistake. First being cash. Now, I get that in the pre-sequel and Borderlands 2, there is a more precious ore like moonstone and iridium, but money is still relevant, and you really don't see yourself really doing anything with it besides buying ammunition and tipping Moxie. Now, don't get me wrong, I love doing both of those things, but I really wish we would have more leeway and things to do with cash. So hopefully in Borderlands 3, they add a few things or do a few things that you can do with your cash, because by the end of the true Vault Hunter mode and ultimate Vault Hunter mode, you're stacked with cash, and the only thing you really do with it is buy ammunition. So hopefully in Borderlands 3, we see them doing something more with cash. Now, the second thing is the vault. Now, a lot of people, including myself, were kind of disappointed with the size of the vault. Now, this vault looks like it could fit an entire militia's ammunition stock. Like, it looks like the vault's big enough to fit over 100 guns, but that was not the case. Even when the vault was maxed out, and it only had slightly over the top amount of the backpack. I can't speak, but basically, the vault space, even when maxed out, is just a little bit over the backpack when maxed out. Now, I do get the backpack because you're only one person and you can't carry about 100 guns. So hopefully in Borderlands 3, they have a better stash system and you can upgrade it more and have more space, because there's so many legendaries in this game and you really don't want to get rid of them, but you always end up having to do so. So hopefully in Borderlands 3 they changed that. Now, I'm not sure if I was really the only one that thought this, but I'm not. A lot of people thought this. In Borderlands 2 and even the pre-sequel, the bosses were a little lackluster, mostly being the DLC bosses, such as Tender Snowflake in the Christmas DLC. You think if they looked the part, they would, act the part, but that wasn't the issue. Well, that wasn't the case. The issue is that this Tender Snowflake was huge. He looked like he could kick your shit in and squish you. But when you started fighting him, he was really easy to beat. So hopefully in Borderlands 3, when you see a giant fucking DLC monster, he's a lot harder, hopefully, because the bosses were really lackluster and everyone really had an issue with it. Now, another thing that I had an issue with was cutscenes. Don't get me wrong, the first few times seeing the cutscenes, it was fine. I loved the cutscenes, they were funny, I enjoyed them. But I got Borderlands 2 day one, and I bought the Handsome Jack collection about a year ago. So, I could probably quote everything from every single cutscene, sadly. So hopefully in Borderlands 3 they have a skip cutscene option, maybe only after you beat the first, let's say, playthrough maybe, because that makes sense. You see everything the first playthrough, and the next playthrough, like say True Vault Hunter mode, you're able to skip it. Hopefully, because it was really annoying sitting through all the cutscenes, and a lot of Borderlands fans could probably agree with that. Now, this idea is not my idea. I actually heard this from a YouTuber. But basically he said, or I heard him say, that it would be cool if a legendary dropped, a notification would pop up that, hey, a legendary dropped, in which I completely agree. The last thing you want is to be sitting there with a bunch of random people in one game and they decide, oh, legendary, let's not tell anybody about it. So maybe in Borderlands 3, hopefully there's a notification option where you can see when a legendary is dropped and who picks it up, because it'd also be a little bit more informational if you could actually see who picked up the legendary. So hopefully in Borderlands 3 they have that, because that'd be a cool feature. You wouldn't really exactly have to worry about people without mics getting a hold of the legendaries and not being able to know, basically. That may be it, actually. No, I think the other issue, actually, that I want to address is the multiplayer. Now, everyone knows that Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel were just so bad at being able to connect with your friends. When you did connect, it was the best time and just amazing fun playing and beating giant raid bosses with your friends. But half the time, 50% of the time, it wouldn't work. So hopefully in Borderlands 3 they fix that as well, because I always saw myself going halfway mentally insane for an hour and a half trying to get my friend in my game. So hopefully they decide to fix that too. I don't think there's any other issues actually. I'm trying to go through my head as I'm going, thinking of things the game did wrong, but it's really hard because Borderlands, although the Borderlands are such good games, they really didn't have many issues. But I think that's about it. I can't really think of any. I'll probably think of some afterwards and never get it into the video, but hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and if I missed anything, leave it down in the comments below, or leave down in the comments below what you want to see change in Borderlands 3. So yeah, if you enjoyed, as I said, make sure to like, subscribe, and make sure to comment down below whatever you think made you fucking go insane when playing Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3? No, Borderlands in general. Have a good day. I just fucked up this outro. Again.